Welcome to LA Interview. My name is Joseph Armillas. This week's guest is David Stanton, the conductor of the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band. Unique in Southern California, the ensemble provides a wide range of musical experiences for the musicians as well as the residents of the Palos Verdes Peninsula and surrounding communities. A native of Southern California, David Stanton attended USC and earned a bachelor's degree in music and clarinet performance and studied conducting with William Schaefer. After relocating to New York City, he earned a master's degree in music from the Manhattan School of Music and won the J. Goodman Prize for clarinet performance. He's played with the New Jersey Symphony Orchestra, the American Symphony Orchestra, the Long Island Philharmonic Orchestra, and played on Broadway with the New York City Ballet and the New York City Opera, and worked as a recording studio musician all those years. That's David Stanton and the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band next on LA Interview. Welcome to LA Interview, David.
Thank you so much, Joseph. It's great to be here.
Well, you're welcome. David, you recently became the conductor of the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band. Can you tell me the difference between a symphonic orchestra and a symphonic band?
Well, basically, a symphonic orchestra includes a string section. It has violins, violas, cello, basses.
I see.
Whereas a band is all woodwinds and percussion. An orchestra also has woodwinds and percussion, but in a limited amount.
I see.
The other difference is that in sort of the repertory that we play pieces written specifically for a band with woodwinds and brass and percussion, as opposed to many transcriptions of orchestral pieces.
Oh, great. The PVSB, as it is normally called, has been around since 1962.
That's correct.
Could you tell us a little bit about the origins of the orchestra and its history, a little bit about its history?
Sure. It was formed first by Dr. Eugene Rinaldo. He was a surgeon on the Palos Verdes Peninsula. And when he retired, he started this band. He conducted the band, I believe, until 1973,
Wow.
at which time Richard Schwalbe took over. And he conducted us for 32 years.
32 years.
32 years he was the
Wonderful.
maestro of that band. And when he retired, a man named John Hall took over. He ended up relocating to the East Coast in, I believe it was 2008. And so once he relocated, we got a man named Grant Sevdayan. And Grant conducted us for about 2 years. And then I took over in May of 2011.
I see. Great. Now, you also played with the band for several years before becoming its conductor. Tell me a little bit about, your history with the band and also about the 60 other musicians that comprise the whole band.
Sure. Well, I joined the band in 2002, and it was at a time when I was concentrating mainly on jazz saxophone. So I joined the band sort of to keep up my clarinet playing.
Right.
And it's been a great experience. I got to solo many times with the band on concertos and on some jazz things, a tribute to Artie Shaw, and I was the concert master, which is the first clarinet. In the band.
Right.
And it's been a totally wonderful experience playing with them and getting to know all the other musicians. We have a wide range of people in the band. There are anything from housewives, homemakers, to doctors. We have a practicing doctor, a practicing pediatrician.
Wow.
We have a lawyer who is currently practicing, who's in the band. Our biggest numbers, however, are engineers and school music teachers. I think those two comprise.
That's because your guys are in the South Bay near all the Aerotech, right?
That is true. Yeah, that's big in that area. We also have one of our members has been with us for over 40 years.
Wow.
And she plays timpani.
Yeah.
And she's also the current mayor of Rolling Hills Estates.
Wow.
Now there was a concert
right.
recently where she couldn't make it, so she got herself a substitute, as a good musician is expected to do.
That's right.
The substitute she got is the current mayor of Palos Verdes Estates.
So you switched the mayor for another mayor.
Exactly. So out of the four, there are 4 cities on the peninsula. Out of the 4 cities, 2 out of the 4 of them have a mayor who's a timpanist. and has played with the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band.
That's amazing. Yeah. That's pretty funny.
We have some very talented high school students.
Young people.
Yes, playing in the band. We also have an 11-year-old oboe player.
Wow.
Yeah, he's just fantastic. I met him at one of the schools that I teach at up on the peninsula, and I thought, boy, this kid's great. And when his father asked me, could he join the band, I said, absolutely.
Yeah.
So he's done a great job.
If he can do it, doesn't matter, right?
That's right. So our membership really ranges in age from 11 to over 80.
Wow, so. That's great. That's great. Where does the band perform mostly?
We have a series at the South Coast Botanic Garden, which is on the peninsula, and we have 4 concerts there a year. We have 2 that are outdoors on the lawn. It's a beautiful setting, and people bring picnic baskets and chairs and enjoy the music. And then we have 2 that are indoors. We have a Christmas concert indoors, and then we have a Mother's Day concert in May.
Right, which I attended. Right.
We performed a benefit concert for the Torrance Symphony at the Armstrong Theater. We've done that actually a couple of times. We also play for community events. We just finished our 4th of July concert out in Rancho Palos Verdes. And we've also supported Rolling Hills Estates for their birthday celebration and the Palos Verdes Street Fair. We do other things like that.
And you've also performed in Europe, I understand.
We have, yes. We've taken, I think it's 3 tours to Europe. I was not on any of them, unfortunately. The band played in Austria and Switzerland, and then they played in 1998, I believe, in Scandinavia, and then most recently in 2001 in England and Scotland.
Oh, that's wonderful. Yeah. That's wonderful. I had the pleasure of seeing the Mother's Day concert at the Botanic Gardens, which was wonderful because not only do you get to see the live orchestra, but you can also visit the gardens. You can bring a picnic basket, spend the whole day. It's just beautiful to be there.
It is.
Also, you recently celebrated your 50th anniversary at the Norris Theater.
Yes, we did. We did.
And I think we're going to play some of that footage right now. In 2011, the band performed a concert with vocalists for the holiday. Could you tell us about that?
Yes, we did. We gave a holiday concert with vocalists, and we have had vocalists with us before, but we hadn't done it yet for our holiday concert, and it worked out really well. It's a good way for the band and the vocalists to connect with the audience.
Right.
And we had a wonderful soprano, Lisa Hendrickson, who sang A Christmas from the 50s. It had Jingle Bell Rock and Frosty the Snowman, There's No Place Like Home for the Holidays. And then we actually had a quartet of vocalists sing 2 numbers. They sang traditional carols by Leroy Anderson, a very nice arrangement at Christmas Festival. And then she also, the quartet actually also sang songs from Broadway.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Well, we have some footage from that concert, so we're going to play some of that footage right now.
Joy
how is the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band funded?
Aside from ticket sales, we do ask the band members for a small yearly membership dues, but we have a lot of corporate support and support from individual donors. We've got some generous corporations, Flow Financial Partners, Raymond James and Associates, Malaga Bank, and the Opus Community Foundation all contribute to the band. And we're also in the process of forming a Friends of the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band to give some incentives to individual donors who'd like to contribute.
Great. So if our viewers would like to contribute to the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band, where do they go?
Well, that's a great thing. We would accept donations of any size, and you can send them to Post Office Box 2010, Palos Verdes Peninsula, and that's 90274. For contributions of $50 or more, we're glad to give a complimentary copy of our Russian Connection CD, which was from our 2010 spring concert.
After you graduated from USC, you went to New York, and you studied for a bachelor's degree there. I'm sorry, master's degree.
Correct.
And then you lived in New York for a number of years, and you performed with several bands. Tell us a little bit about your time in New York.
Well, I moved to New York, and I spent about 17 years there.
Wow.
I got a master's there when I was there, my first couple of years there, because that's the way to meet people and the people that you're going to be working with. But I was very fortunate. I got to play with the New Jersey Symphony, the Long Island Philharmonic, the American Symphony. I played on Broadway for different shows. I played on Broadway with Sting.
Oh, wow.
Everyone relates to that. Yeah, it was sort of a short run, unfortunately. It was a three-penny opera, and Sting was performing in that. So, the music business in New York is so strong. There was a lot of opportunity for someone at that time to make their living doing that.
And what brought you back to California?
Well, I sort of I'm a California guy, and I was born and bred here, and I couldn't see myself growing old in New York, so I decided,
Well, I'm from New York too, and I'm here too, so yeah, I totally understand where you come from. Although, New York is wonderful, but it's a tough town for some things, and if you're from California, you're going to miss coming back here.
Yeah, New York's great. My stock answer when people ask me, why are you going back to California, was, how many times can you play Pirates of Penzance? So I came back here and started in with the public schools, and I don't regret it at all. It's been great.
That's wonderful. Well, it's great that you're the conductor of the Palos Verdes Symphonic Band, and I've seen it and enjoyed it, and I wish you and the orchestra all the luck in the world, and thank you very much for coming to LA Interview, and we'd hope to see you again soon in the future.
Thanks so much. It was great to be here.
Take care. If you want more information on joining the band, please visit their membership page. This webpage is hosted as a public service by Palos Verdes on the Net Community Services. If you want more information, please contact pvsbrecruiting@gmail.com. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on LA Interview.